So our new topic is about Siemens S7-400 memory bottleneck. Mm, this is our thumbnail for this video. You can see that in the left side of the picture, in the left side, we have many fragments. We have many fragments and possibly these fragmentation or uh, this chaos and the load memory of the CPU, this chaos in the load memory of the CPU may cause uh, this error. And in this video, we want to do some recommendation to solve the memory bottleneck. This is a this is working, possibly working solution. I have worked in many industrial sectors and around 20 years experience, more than 20 years experience working with S7 400 CPUs. Um, so I encountered with this problem uh, through my working experience in industry. So let us focus and see what would be the cause of a memory bottleneck error. Uh, these are possibilities. The first one is multiple edits and downloads of program blocks. Uh, this will create fragmentation. Fragmentations are a small amount of memory possibly occupied by a download, and the operating system of PLC cannot um, you know reintegrate them to the main memory of the CPU. So they are located in different parts of the load memory of CPU. They are not optimized. If you do several downloads within a week, possibly you are in commissioning, you have a flash memory, very limited load memory. Load memory is used possibly more than 80%. You didn't provide the enough spare limit for the more for the load memory, and during the day you try to do multiple downloads, and this disaster will happen. So you will encounter the bottleneck error, memory bottleneck error. So in this case, you need to gather all the revisions together during a day or during a week and do a major download. You can use an external RAM memory if you have during your commissioning, and when the commissioning phase is finished, you can, if it's part of the project requirement, you can move to the flash memory. So in the initial phase, you can use a RAM in order to expand the internal RAM memory, and it will support you to do the dirty downloading, many downloading during the commissioning. um, a problem may pop up in somewhere and you need to modify the logic and download. So that's not avoidable. So during the commissioning phase, you need the RAM, and after the program is finalized and the commissioning phase is finished, so you copy the program into the flash memory. And during normal operation, normally or generally, we don't have any downloads, possibly during the shutdowns for um, infrastructure plants such as refineries or power plants. You have shutdown during possibly 3 months, within the 3 months or 1 year, once a year. That so the download opportunities are rare. But for small factories, you may have some download chances during weekend possibly. So the first is uh, multiple downloads. So you need to manage user RAM during commissioning. The other is in the old block versions remain in the memory until explicitly released. So possibly the same problem before you're using you are doing the development during the commissioning. So you have a CPU with limited internal memory, so you need external RAM. Actual program size exceeds the available load memory. So this is a red flag. It's not good, and you need to select the CPU based on the amount of program data and the memory required. Possibly you have many PID controllers, many instance DBs that requires data, or the coding part. You need to use a better CPU with a more computational capacity, or you may use an external RAM memory. Missing or improperly seated RAM. This is also possible. You can just that's easily can be detected. Just simply press Ctrl and D, inspect the memory section, and you can find out if the external memory is available or not. If you are suspicious, simply replace the old RAM with a new one. For S7 400H, that is a fault tolerant CPU, memories, external memories uh, should be identical. That's the common problem with the S7-400H. You may encounter that for the H CPUs. If you have many downloads during the commissioning, you may encounter this problem very easily. So there are some solutions. The first solution, select the CPU, press Ctrl D. So you will find yourself in the diagnostic window, and there is a memory section here. This is the memory. In the memory section, you can inspect what's the status of the memories, internal, external, and you can just simply compress in order to do the fragmentation, keep things together, put all the defragmented memories together by compressing. Possibly this process will uh, delete those parts that are not used currently or my previous edits, and you can use them in your next step or in the next download. So by using compress, possibly I suggest to do that um, during the what can I say, unit shutdown, or possibly it's possible to do it during operation, but um, I prefer to do it when the machine is in the minimum load or is in shutdown. So verify solution number 2, verify RAM memory card. So if you don't have a proper RAM memory card, or if it's existing, inspect if it's available, and if the CPU via step 7 or tier portal, the CPU, if the CPU recognizes the memory card. And For HCPUs, the memory cards should be matching. Program size is also very important parameter, because you simply select CPU as an example. You're selecting a chip CPU, and with limited ports, limited computation power and memories. And after a while, you understand the project is getting more complex, so you need to move to a better or more capable CPU, like if it's extensive, S7-414 or 417 if it's getting very mm, very extensive project. Possibly for PCSMA it's the case. So, but for a smaller machine, you may select 414 and it will be fine. So you should do the during the pre-commissioning, when you have um, the documents about the logic diagram, you can develop the program and see uh, how much you can estimate the data and the program, how much memory are required for them, and select the CPU, proper CPU. If you have the option, you can use external RAM memory to extend the memory requirement. There are some other um, tricks. Let me just read them for you. Optimize software, remove unused blocks. That's common sense. If you have at the initial part, you have some pumps, you develop a function block to control those pumps, but the customer told that the pumps are not available, or they are deleted from your program. So you need to remove those blocks, delete those blocks, and uh, provide more memory for your CPU. STL is more efficient compared to the ladder and FVD, but by using ladder and FVD, the compiler adds some features to your program that is more that's good for industrial cases. If you are not an expert programmer, STL will be a bit tricky while using FPD and ladder, but the program will add uh, some uh, strategies to make your logic more reliable, and uh, it avoids some programming errors. But in STL, you're alone. You should do or implement all of those strategies by yourself, and minimize the frequent edits. That's the golden point here. As a beginner, when I work with S7-400H, so I may try several downloads during commissioning phase, so I encounter this problem frequently. So I try to minimize the number of downloads, so I just develop major revisions during once a week or twice a week, in order to avoid this problem. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like, and leave a comment for us. Thank you.